Hello everyone, I am Kelvin Washington here in the Upper Hastings Ranch area of Pasadena, and welcome to our annual Ultimate Holiday List special. And this year we are switching things up a little bit and focusing on the theme of giving back, which is more important and needed more now than ever. So let me tell you a little bit about this community, right? You have people here that are stepping up in a big way. Whether it be Pasadena's historic Christmas Tree Lane,
it's our Christmas miracle,
or in Long Beach, where I dare you not to feel inspired by the man who proudly goes by the nickname Hood Santa.
We don't want anybody to go hungry, so why not form together like Voltron with other people that love the community and help people.
In Ventura, there's a one-of-a-kind food drive helping feed families and connecting the community.
It makes me feel really good. I just really want them to be happy.
Plus, we've even got a little something for our four-legged friends thanks to the LA Chargers.
Every dog deserves to have a happy family.
And joining me along the way will be some special guests. You know, of course, Santa, well, he's got his helpers, so I gotta have mine as well. And they'll be made up of residents and small business owners affected by the Eden fire. And they're now giving back even while dealing with their own personal loss. So it's a busy show, so let's get things started right here in Upper Hastings Ranch, which was hit, of course, by the Eden fire. And also where a 74-year-old holiday tradition has returned with a new addition. Our Tanya McCrae has a story.
The sounds of construction can be heard for nearly 22 miles across Pasadena and Pasadena, where the Eaton fire decimated entire neighborhoods and upended the lives of thousands of residents. The sounds of laughter and camaraderie can also be heard ringing through the air. And in the Upper Hastings Ranch section of Pasadena, this noise is proof that even the fiercest of flames were not strong enough to stop a holiday tradition that spans generations. Patricia Vedot and her neighbors are gearing up for the 74th annual Holiday Light Up.
It's been kind of desolate for the first 8 months, 9 months, but you're starting to see life coming back in, and it's exciting.
Patricia and her family were flying back to LA from a vacation on January 7th when the Eaton fire tore through her Upper Hastings Ranch neighborhood. She wasn't able to get to her house until the next day and saw that it was one of 80 homes in the community that was destroyed.
Just thankful that we weren't here having to actually experience it, but decided to look at it as a new beginning.
For many people who live in Upper Hastings Ranch, life after the Eaton fire means ensuring that a beloved tradition outlives the fire that erased almost everything else.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way.
What began in 1951 with candles in paper bags to guide Santa Claus has evolved into families turning their front yards into winter wonderlands. There are light-up holiday festivities every night from December 6th through the 31st. The lights are so spectacular that they've garnered national attention. This year, something new is being added to this old tradition. 80 stars that have been handmade by residents are being placed in front of the 80 homes that were destroyed in the fire.
We like to remind the neighbors that this is part of our community and we want it to keep going stronger.
Tiffany Gardner has lived in this community for 22 years. A few months ago, she and Patricia, along with their neighbor Denise Arnst, came up with the idea of the 80 stars. They collaborated with the Upper Hastings Ranch Association to come up with a plan and raise money for the materials to make them.
We were so happy to see so many people come out and work together to make the stars. Once they're lit up, they're going to look really good, and it'll help us to think of the people who aren't here.
All right, Tanya McCrae on the story there. Thank you so much, C-Mac. We appreciate it. Now, all of this is possible thanks to the efforts of my first helper, Tiffany Gardner, who is a longtime Upper Hastings Ranch resident and board member. You saw it there in the piece. Tiffany, I appreciate you being here. And while we were watching that, you were giving me the lowdown of all of this. It's great to be here. Let me ask you this. What does keeping the holiday spirit alive mean to you? And why is it so important for not only just you, but this whole neighborhood?
We've been doing this for 73 years and we just love Light Up. It's very exciting for us to see all these people come and they're looking at the lights and their kids are screaming out the window and they're just so excited. It makes us happy to have the lights just for our neighbors, but it also makes us so happy to see other people coming here to visit us.
All right, Tiffany, so as one of my helpers, you're gonna help me introduce our next story, okay?
Okay.
All right, take it away.
Because as Upper Hastings Ranch shines with symbols of resilience and hope, we turn to another community keeping the spirit alive. Reporter Chase Beach has that story.
A tipped-over reindeer in the midst of rubble. Just one of the signs of the joy that took place in the Pacific Palisades before disaster struck on January 7th. No one in the Palisades knew it would be the last time they would spend the holidays at home before the fires changed everything. Hillary Cannon was in the midst of taking down her family's Christmas decorations when she got word that she needed to evacuate.
Like all the kids had their own individual ones, baby handprints. And my ornaments were one of the things I was the most sad about.
Hillary and her husband, John, are parents to 4 daughters. They'd lived in the Palisades for 8 years when the fires destroyed their rental home. Hillary went back and dug through the ashes, looking for her most precious ornaments, ones she'd had made for each daughter's first Christmas.
They were intact, somehow, by some miracle.
And like those ornaments, the Palisades community has also made it through the fire. On Saturday night, next to empty lots, hundreds gathered in the heart of the Palisades village to watch the annual tree lighting. For Hillary, it felt like a homecoming.
We parked over kind of by our home, or where our home was, and we walked the same sidewalk that we walked hundreds of times coming here to the village, and it felt like extra special.
John and Hillary say they are determined to move back to the neighborhood.
Whether that's buying a lot and building and getting back up with our community.
According to the most recent data, so far 2,500 people have applied for permits in the Pacific Palisades. Over 1,100 have been issued. But according to the city, just 340 homes have actually begun construction. Many former Palisades residents say they're waiting on full insurance payouts or just don't know if they want to come back when so much is still uncertain. For property developer Rick Caruso, whose company hosted the tree lighting event, the celebration here is also an invitation to come back.
You know, the longer it goes, the tougher it is to make that decision. But now they've seen their community members, they've seen the village is going to be there for them when they move back in. And it's going to be a community again.
Hillary says this year the tree is about so much more than Christmas.
I feel like the tree kind of stands as like a welcome beacon to like, come home.
And 7-year-old Eloise says when she's here, she already is.
It feels like home when I'm up in the Palisades.
The greatest gift for this town, being back together in the place they love.
Thank you so much, Chase. Well, the Palisades Village is set to officially reopen August 2026. We'll have much more from Hastings Ranch in a second, but first, enjoy some holiday lights from El Segundo. Welcome back to our ultimate holiday list, the Giving Back Edition, where this year we are featuring people and organizations all across Southern California that are lifting up others this holiday season. Cody Taylor's in Anaheim with a great story that's complete with some holiday magic. Check it out.
There you go! Nice job!
It's not often that you get to go sledding in Anaheim, but thanks to Higher Ground, Brandine and her daughter Darla get to have a white Christmas this year.
We're going to go together, guys. We're going to see who wins, okay?
Higher Ground's a nonprofit based in Anaheim that offers a variety of family and youth services. 4 years ago, Brandine started coming to Higher Ground after tragically losing her 8-year-old son and husband.
I was kind of hopeless at that point in time because I didn't know how I was going to make ends meet by providing a roof over my daughter's head.
Now a single parent to a daughter that was diagnosed with autism, Brandine has her hands full. She says she went to Higher Ground just looking for help with groceries, but what she found was a family.
I mean, I didn't have a job. I couldn't talk about my losses without crying. Today I'm okay.
Joe Baldo is the founder of Higher Ground Youth Services. He says not only does his organization help families year-round, they go out of their way to make sure Christmas is a very special time of the year.
We will provide a delicious meal tonight.
along with presents for all the kids.
Joe says for underserved families, holidays can be very stressful. In fact, some families his team works with are about to be evicted. That's until Higher Ground offered to pay their rent.
Not that we ever want to see someone be evicted and be left out on the street, but especially during the holidays, that's where we will do everything we can to help out as many people as we can.
And Brandine says Higher Ground saved her life, and that is why she volunteers here now and even brought everyone on the staff Christmas gifts.
So I'm grateful for you, so thank you.
Thank you. Merry Christmas, and I hope you enjoy that.
Merry
Okay?
Christmas.
Even to come do the grounds and pick up my daughter and just get a, hi, how are you doing? It's good to see you. That makes my day.
Brandine says thanks to Higher Ground, her and her daughter Darla have many things to be thankful for this year.
You know, it's so great to see Mom and her little girl having so much fun getting into the holiday spirit. And while Higher Ground is spreading some winter cheer across town in Inglewood, well, there's a nonprofit turning holiday wish lists into smiles. And our Jazz King, he has that story for us.
Yes, pretty, Mama.
That's so pretty.
Inas Al-Zubi is a single mother of 4 who's with her daughters at an annual free toy giveaway held by Connections for Children, a local nonprofit that helps families with affordable childcare.
We came last year, so they know that, and they've been waiting for that to happen another time.
The girls are able to go to different stations and pick an item from each one to take home as gifts. Inas is originally from Jordan and has had to work to support the family on a single income. It might have been tough to get gifts this year because of their financial situation, but being here and seeing their excitement is all that matters to her.
I feel very happy too. This is the most thing I wanted for my daughters, to be happy.
Gallup did a report and found that 23% of American families say they'll spend less on holiday gifts this year. Finding affordable childcare was an issue for Inas when she started working. The Economic Policy Institute says California is the 4th most expensive state when it comes to childcare, so Inas says she feels lucky she found Connections for Children.
I don't know how to find the daycare or someone to take care of my daughter. I found them, and it was really blessed for me.
Jennifer Cowan's the CEO of Connections for Children. She says all of the toys being given out came from their partner organizations and donations from the community.
Childcare and housing are such huge expenses, so when your budget's really tight, making decisions about what you can spend on toys can be tricky, and so the fact that we're able to offer this and not put parents in a position where they have to make a difficult choice is incredible.
The organization serves around 11% of LA County's population and helps support more than 400 families. Jennifer says the annual toy drive plays a small part in uplifting the community.
It really does take a village, so I think we've all been in situations where a little help and generosity has made a difference.
My favorite was like the gem thing.
That generosity is making a big difference for Inas and her family. The girls are wrapping up their toy shopping and they're taking home a full bag.
I'm really thankful too, and I'm glad to have this chance to come with my daughters.
The little ones enjoyed the experience, and the family picture shows they're leaving with big smiles on their faces.
Coming up, our Giving Back tour of SoCal heads to Long Beach, the Valley, and Ventura County. But first, enjoy some holiday lights from Riverside, the always amazing Mission Inn, which features more than 10 million lights. I don't want to pay that kind of electric bill. We are back in Upper Hastings Ranch with more of our ultimate holiday list, Giving Back. And I want to bring in another one of my helpers out here. This is Greg Gill, and Greg lives in Pasadena. And from the moment the fires tore through the city, he stepped up for his community, forming a special bond with Angela Highland Fernandez from Adelaide Flower Shop. And Greg, I want to say thank you. Happy holidays for spending some time with us and being here. Why is it so important to support local businesses, to really get back in there and help them lift them from the ashes, almost literally?
Well, I can't really speak for what's important, but I can speak for the amazing amount of people that have come to the shop. People are so willing to come and shop and support us locally.
Yeah.
They're driving out to us, they're coming to us. It's been an amazing response. So I don't know why, but we're happy.
All right, so let me say this now. I've been having folks be helpers, right? Community's helping, so you're gonna be a helper for me, okay? In
Yes,
this
I am.
regard. So speaking of florals, I think you got something.
I do.
I wear suits every day. I like to wear flowers up here, and I got my pocket squares. You've got something you can help me out with here?
Do they want to see it?
Yes, they
You
want to
wanna
see
see
this.
it.
Well, I want to see it because I'm going to wear it the next day.
Tomorrow morning,
Okay.
keep this in the fridge overnight.
Okay.
So Angela made this for you.
Oh, my, thank
It's
you,
got a
Angela.
little bit of mistletoe in it, so
Okay.
wear it carefully.
Well, listen, you trying to mess around and have me have a fourth child.
I'm just saying.
Stop it here. Angela and Greg, you got to quit. This is amazing. This is beautiful. Thank you, Angela. Thank you to you as
Thank you,
well.
Kelvin.
And I'm definitely going to wear this, so you'll see this.
Yep.
Right there. I got to figure out what suit color I want to wear. I'll think about that.
Dark suit.
Dark suit? Enough said. Give me some. All right, now we want to introduce you to a retired city engineer who has turned his focus from building infrastructure to building compassion. Here's Anna Albarian. She has more in Rancho Cucamonga.
Distribution days start early for Zaki Mustafa, and his work always begins in this backyard shed, where boxes full of jackets line the shelves.
This is the hardest part, getting the jackets and the stuff from LA, bringing it in, storing it here, and then taking it back.
Each one is loaded into this van and ends up in the hands of someone experiencing homelessness.
Well, this year we did 15,600, fed about over 4,000 people.
It all started in 2017 when Zaki was walking to Union Station on a cold winter day and saw a man shivering on the street. That day, he says, he gave the man the coat off his back, which sparked an idea that he doesn't have to stop at just one jacket. Since then, he and his wife Loretta have made it their mission to provide warmth and comfort to thousands more. Through donations and their own money, Zaki and his wife purchase jackets in bulk and hand them out ahead of the holidays, often focusing their efforts on homeless veterans.
Since retirement, it's been over 100,000 jackets. That's a lot of jackets.
On this particular day, his work has brought him to a veterans shelter in Bell, run by the Salvation Army. Inside is U.S. Navy veteran Lord Bartlett, disabled and homeless, but grateful, he says, for Zaki's generosity.
More than the item itself, what I truly appreciate is the fact that there's genuine generosity behind it.
Zaki is a retired transportation engineer with the city of Los Angeles. For more than 32 years, he has helped build critical infrastructure in the city, from traffic lights to bike lanes. Now, Zaki spends his time building something else, trust and compassion with those experiencing hardship.
To me, that's what makes my day and my wife's day is when we see the gratitude in people's eyes and faces. You can't put a price tag on that.
Again, a big thank you to our veterans. We appreciate you. We support you in all the things that you do. All right, Greg, you ready to go to LBC?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
All right, let's go to LBC for the story of a local man who personifies what this season is all about. Our Timothy Parker, that's right, TP, is going to introduce us to Tito Hernandez. Check this out. You'll like it.
There are no reindeer or sleigh with him, but it's still the time of year for this Santa to give, like $300 in cash to a stranger in a fast food restaurant.
I'm gonna go take my heart medicine.
Or when the suit comes off, what Tito Rodriguez is really known for, giving out groceries once a week to hundreds of people lined up in Long Beach.
We grew up not having much.
It's why, after a successful career as a music producer, his mission is now to serve others. His foundation, Local Hearts, helps people all year long. But what has made him a household name is his Christmas giving, known by the persona Hood Santa. He has over 100,000 followers on Instagram, and he can pop up anywhere, anytime.
Hey, Christmas!
To give out toys and even money to families like this one.
I really needed this at this time, especially, so I really appreciate it. To see that someone is, giving back to their community, it's awesome.
So I put on the suit, and a kid sees me from the second story of his apartment complex, and he's waving me down. Hey, don't leave, don't leave. He walks right up to me, taps me on the chest and the heart, and he says, hey man, you're the Hood Santa, because Santa doesn't come here.
Tito does everything via partnerships, donation, and out of his own pocket. And even when the holidays are done, his work continues at this park every Wednesday.
You know, we don't want anybody to go hungry, so why not, form together like Voltron with other people that love the community and help people.
It's all in the day's work for Tito, with this hood Santa turning tragedy into purpose. More to come on our Spectrum News' Ultimate Holiday List Giving Back Special. But first, we're checking out the incredible holiday lights in the charming community of Naples along the coast of Long Beach. Well, when it comes to giving back this holiday season, a teenager from San Fernando is proving you don't need money or a long resume to make a difference. And our Lydia Pentazis has more on the story.
The buzz of the Clippers, a steady rhythm of transformation for anyone who steps into Frankie Villafana's chair. At just 16, in a small corner of San Fernando, Frankie wields the tools of a seasoned barber, not for profit, but for purpose. His passion wasn't born in a classroom, but in the quiet aftermath of a soccer injury. A torn meniscus ended the sport he'd played his entire life, and summer became months on his back, staring at ceilings instead of goalposts.
To be honest, I got depressed, I got sad. I couldn't do anything, and it was my whole summer just laying down.
But in that stillness, a spark. Hours of watching tutorials, rewinding, practicing, teaching himself how to shape fades and restore confidence.
They brought my spark back completely, and now I'm just happy to get back to the community.
Giving back with free haircuts, a simple act, a powerful one. And it all grew after Frankie teamed up with his own barber, 24-year-old Alex Rangel, to offer free haircuts for Thanksgiving.
Because there's a lot of people who can't afford these haircuts, or there's people who just usually don't get haircuts as often and they really want it. So we're here for the people and here for the community, just trying to help out.
That first Thanksgiving event sparked a movement, and now in December, their second event draws even more people. For Miguel Contreras, who sits for a cut, this act of generosity stretches holiday budgets that already feel razor thin.
So we could save money for the presents on Christmas, and yeah, we could save a little money because right now it's tough.
And among the barbers who came to help, one stands quietly inspired. Riley Homan, now a barber in Santa Clarita, but raised in the San Fernando Valley, says Frankie's drive is a spark of its own.
This dude's only 16, he's out here hustling, and he's over here motivating us older cats. Like, I would have never thought about doing this, if it wasn't for him. Like, it's crazy.
For Frankie, this isn't just about a clean fade or a sharper lineup. It's about sparking something bigger, a chain reaction of kindness, a reminder that generosity doesn't come with age, just heart.
Because the world is very cruel right now, and giving out free haircuts, yeah, it's just a haircut, but I feel like it could impact other people's lives. They could be like, oh, I got a free haircut, I could go give someone else a free gift, free something. So we could keep giving back to each other.
Giving back and inspiring a community to give back too.
All right, Lydia Pentazis, thank you so much for that. And a big shout out to Frankie, a young man who is using his skills, his talents to help out the community. In fact, he's even inspiring folks who are older than him. So I love to see that. And at some point, Frankie, I got to come see you and help tighten me up a little bit. All right, welcome in our next special guest. We are here in Altadena. He's from Altadena, and his roots run deep in the community. And for years, he's been helping to preserve the community's resilience and also its pride. He's an activist, a designer, business owner, launching the Rhythms of the Village store and festival. I'd like to welcome Emeka Chukura right now. Appreciate you, man, for being here. Happy holidays to you and yours. Let's talk a little bit about this. What inspired you? I know it's a family business. Tell me a little bit more about the inspiration.
So my father started the business. It started out as a performing arts company. He had it for my entire life. And then eventually we opened up a brick and mortar in Altadena where we teach drum classes, teach African history, and we host that multicultural festival twice a year. That brings out thousands of Altadena residents, help us stay connected, keep us all united in the culture.
I love it, man. But shout out to Pops too. He's over here. There he is right now. If you can see him, I got a chance to meet him a little bit earlier. Let me ask you this as well. The sweatshirt, I'm seeing it around town. A lot of people even in our own job have it. Tell me a little bit more about that.
Oh, this is our signature Altadena merch. We've been making it since 2013. So it's taking off, keeping Altadena on the hearts and minds of people. And, you know, we're grateful to everyone who has purchased. It's helped us to continue to give back to our community.
And also, too, you're a family man. You have children. I have children. Tell me a little bit about just going through all of this, the adversity, also the pride you have in your community, even well before the fires. What do you hope that they'll learn from watching yourself, your family, the lineage, your father down to your children?
You know, my father always says, if I have, you have. So that's the way we are. And if you have, we have. So that's how it is in our community. And that's what I want our children to grow up knowing, believing that we can share and work together and that there's enough on the earth for all of us.
Look, listen, Pops is preaching. Okay, Pops is absolutely preaching. All right, so this is what we're gonna do right here. So, you know, I like to do some other things. Like sometimes I gotta talk to the camera all the time. Why don't you do this? We'll switch a little bit. I'll go rock with the band. You do this part.
Okay.
That work?
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, all right, let's do this. You ready? You go.
Spectrum News Ultimate Holiday List Giving Back Special will be right back. But first, we take you to Torrance for more neighborhood holiday lights. Imasame Bodoye.
This is Santa's sled for the day here. All right, we are back in the Upper Hastings Ranch with our ultimate holiday list, Giving Back. And for the second year in a row, the LA Chargers partner with LA Animal Services, and they're making a case for a different kind of addition to holiday wish list for families this year. One that comes with a leash or maybe a litter box, but it's also going to come with a whole lot of heart. And our Taylor Schaub has the story.
Good boy.
For Leslie Guzman, love at first sight looked a lot like this. A month before this, Leslie lost her family dog. The grief was heavy, and with holiday bills piling up, the idea of adopting another pet felt just out of reach.
It's like over $100 for a dog and nearly as much for a cat.
So she scrolled past posts, past ads, until one from the LA Chargers caught her eye. A Pet Palooza adoption event in South LA, with one line she couldn't ignore: adoption fees waived and pet food free.
It just incentivizes people to come and adopt.
In 2024, more than 1,200 dogs were euthanized in Los Angeles shelters, a 72% jump from the previous year, according to the LA Times. This year, the city's Department of Animal Services is hoping these kind of events turn that number around.
Actually been able to host events, and also they've been able to do cross promotions with us. Even on some of their home games, we're able to bring dogs, feature them there at their home games. And happy to say that the dogs that we brought to the stadium and showcased at the stadium, they all got adopted.
Public Information Director Agnes Sybil says partnerships like this one with the Chargers give those animals a chance to become furry free agents with a major marketing push.
I think there's a misconception sometimes that, we're fully funded, but a lot of our funding is really dependent on donations, sponsorships, and also grants from organizations like the Chargers.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
Back at the kennel, Leslie's just grateful she can do her part, taking one dog off that overcrowded list and bringing him home to help her family heal.
Every dog deserves to have a happy family.
Because sometimes when you give a pup a home, they're the ones who help you rebuild yours.
All right, Taylor Schaub, thank you so much for that. And again, big thank you to the LA Chargers. Now, LA Animal Services says that support from partners like the Chargers has helped with more than 25,000 animals move out of shelters and into homes this year. You gotta love to hear that. All right, now we head to Ventura County and a nonprofit that is focused on supporting field workers and their families when it's needed the most. And our Marissa Rio has a story.
During a quiet moment at the park with her son, a local Ventura County mom opens up anonymously about how this year has been filled with fear and uncertainty. She immigrated to the United States 23 years ago and has been a field worker ever since. She says this year has been tough, But the Adopt a Family program through the local nonprofit Friends of Field Workers is helping her and others this holiday season. When a family goes through some situation, I think they support so much economically and emotionally. And it's very important for every family that really needs it. She has 2 kids, ages 9 and 15, and this is her first year in the program.
Typing in wish lists.
From her home, Christine Threadgill with Friends of Field Workers is scrolling through wish lists, pairing sponsors with field worker families in the program. This is the nonprofit's 3rd year of Adopt a Family. Christine says some families signed up on their own, others were referred by schools.
Well, we started working with the counselors and just asking them to identify families who have a parent that are a farm worker and that are also going through maybe a challenging time, or they're just going to have a hard time affording presents this year.
More than 400 families will open presents this Christmas because of this program. These are the types of families sponsors are hoping to support this Christmas.
I'm looking for Legos.
Renee Dehesa is one of those sponsors. She's supporting a few families this year. As she went shopping, she had the kids' wish lists that Friends of Field Workers sent her. Legos for a young boy.
Emily's 9.
And a bike for a young girl.
Having the opportunity to do something that for me feels like it really would leave a lasting impression for their family is great.
Back at the park, the mom we met said this program will be a huge help. For the children and also for us parents. The joy of receiving a gift is very satisfying for us, seeing the happiness it brings to our family and especially to the children.
Still ahead on Spectrum News' ultimate holiday list, Giving Back, Christmas tree lane lights up in Altadena, and in Ventura County, there's a different type of holiday tree stacking up to help feed local families. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Spectrum News' ultimate holiday list, Giving Back, here in the Upper Hastings Ranch community in Pasadena. And just down the road from here, Altadena's Christmas Tree Lane, well, it's a tradition that dates back more than a century, and the trees amazingly survived the Eden fire. But with so much of the community displaced, the question remained, would there be enough volunteers to put on the massive event this year? And as our Tara Lynn Wagner found out, the answer, well, it was a resounding yes. Check it out.
Past that branch.
It takes a lot of helping hands to hang the lights that illuminate Altadena's Christmas Tree Lane. Lawrence Glover has lived in the community for 4 decades. One day, he decided to volunteer on a whim.
And they got me hooked. So I've been coming back ever since.
This year, of course, is different. Lawrence lost his home in the Eden fire, as did many of the other regular volunteers and several members of the board. After a year filled with uncertainty, he needed something familiar to hold on to.
The biggest issue for me is not so much the house burning down, but I feel like the neighborhood is gone.
All the more reason to make sure this tradition remained. The lights on Christmas Tree Lane date back to 1920. The mile-long stretch consists of over 130 Deodar cedar trees, decked out in over 20,000 lights. Amazingly, not a single tree on the lane was lost in the fire.
It's our Christmas miracle.
However, volunteer coordinator Michaela Arevalo says what they did lose was all of their equipment, mostly due to the high winds. And these aren't lights you can just pick up at the store. The wiring is all done by hand, with each bulb carefully screwed into the sockets. Replacing all of that was a major hurdle and expense, but Scott Wardlaw, president of the Christmas Tree Lane Association, says with the help of corporate donations and 10 weekends of volunteer work, they managed to get it all done.
The thing that really impresses me is the willingness of volunteers to come out every year just for the love of it.
The new lights will fill the trees with even more colors than previous years, except for one tree, the memorial tree.
It's all going to be white, and we have 19 green bulbs specifically for the 19 lives that were lost in the fire this year.
Those lives were also remembered at the lighting ceremony, where the crowd marked a minute and 19 seconds of silence before the lane was finally illuminated. This was an event the community needed and rallied around. Michaela had almost 200 people reach out to volunteer, more than previous years. In the end, the glow of the lights felt like a return of normalcy. which is what organizers had hoped for. As for Lawrence, he recently got his permit to rebuild. He loves his community and loves how much his community loves this tradition.
People would always say, "Oh, that's great you do that. My granddad took me to that." You know, so it's heartwarming to see how the community is really thrilled by what we do.
A tradition that, like the spirit of Altadena, continues to shine.
Terrell Wagner on the report. Thank you so much for that. And thank you to the community, no matter what the adversity is, continuing to come together for one another this holiday season. You love to see it. All right, now it's time to bring in two more of my helpers on this special. Adriana Molina, owner of Sideca. It is vintage clothing and gift shop. And also Caroline Britton, owner of Carchofi Design Paper Boutique and Studio, which is located at the Mariposa Junction Shopping District in Altadena. Caroline lost her home, and they both face the possibility of losing their businesses as well, but they both have been a symbol of strength and also, again, of uplifting the community. So I appreciate your time and being here with me as well. Let's talk to you about this one. I'll start with you, Adriana. You know, it's challenging. One of the things I've learned, we have done a special here in Altadena, spending time with folks, is that even though you're going through your own things, your own challenges, people like yourself still step up for the community. How is that possible, and why does it matter so much to you?
I think for me, all the people that reached out during this summer, our customers, they are really the ones that have motivated me to reopen, and they want something normal. They want to come to Altadena. They want to be there when they visit. They just want something to feel like before, normalcy. And because of them is what really motivated me to reopen my shop.
Caroline, I'll swing to you. What exactly are you looking for right now, this holiday season, and just even moving forward? What, are you saying, if this is on the horizon, this will be great for this community?
Well, reopening's been really wonderful. I think we were both mobbed reopening day, which was so great, and we didn't really know what to expect.
Right.
And so my hope is just going forward that even after the holidays, people will continue to come up the hill and come shop with us and keep us there.
Right.
And, so that we can be there and be that little anchor for the community.
All right, so ladies, as my helpers, it is time for you two to help me introduce the next story. All right, you ready? You ready?
Yes.
Take it away.
So. We now go to the city of Ventura and a special holiday
canned food drive. Marissa Rio is back with that story.
There she is.
We need a 14 can.
Just like Lego's, Scout Troop 128 in Ventura are hard at work building a tree out of canned goods.
It's actually helping people in need of food, and that just helps me feel better.
Graham Hall is 13 years old. He and his fellow troop members spent weeks collecting and donating canned foods.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
They collected hundreds to build this tree for the local nonprofit Food Share's 14th annual Canned Tree event. Monica White is the CEO and president of Food Share Ventura County and says this is one of their largest food drives of the year.
All of this goes back to be able to ensure that none of our neighbors go hungry this holiday season.
Hundreds of people came out and spent hours building trees,
and then other ones in back.
Or other unique creations like this one done by the Ventura City Fire Department. Melanie Denon and others with the fire department donated hundreds of cans, wrapped them in color, and built a fire station with their fire dog Hope sitting out front. Melanie is a fire prevention specialist with Ventura Fire and said they've done this the last 6 or 7 years.
We deal a lot with high-risk communities. We like to give above and beyond just running medical calls and fire response. We also like to give back and help families in need, more so than just on the emergency side.
From corporate groups to families to kids, the community donated thousands of cans. The largest trees used at least 10,000 cans, and most of the smaller trees took around 600.
Everyone here is very much not my neighbors. This isn't going to happen in my town. So they're all here to be able to make sure that their neighbors aren't going hungry.
After a day and a half of building, this is what downtown Ventura looked like. At least 200 trees were built this year, with about 200,000 pounds of food being donated to families facing food insecurity. A lighting ceremony followed, with Santa himself making a special appearance. Crowds of people took to the streets and admired the trees.
Take it out.
For scouts like Graham, the goal was simple: give back and make sure our neighbors have food to eat.
It makes me feel really good. I just really want them to be happy.
The trees stood tall all weekend long, representing the joy of giving back this holiday season.
All right, got to say a huge thank you to Nancy and Vic. Give it up for Nancy and Vic. They're hosting, that's right, they hosted us this year here in Hastings Ranch. So I want to say thank you for allowing us in your home and your neighborhood. And now it is time for you to get into the giving spirit. Join our virtual food drive this holiday season. So you're saying, Kelvin, I hear you, but what do? Okay, this is what you do. You go to spectrumnews1.com/givingback, or just instead of doing that, just scan the QR code. It's on your screen right now. Donate. 100% of the donations will be used to fight food and nutrition insecurities in Los Angeles, Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, and also Ventura counties, okay? So please do that. 'Tis the season to give. Now, we want to leave you with a song from Emeka and his band, and they are on behalf of Spectrum News 1 and all of our hard-working folks who made this happy. Everybody, happy holidays from everyone here. Happy holidays. Goodbye to you all. Emeka, you and the band, take it away. Oh, come on, I know you got something. Give me something. Give me, come on, Santa. Give me some. Go, Santa. Go, Santa. Go, Santa. Hold on, what you got in here, Santa? Let me see. Candy cane. Is it something for me? Sure. Oh.